What's going on, Metagang? It is Mark, your host with the most, here on behalf of Metagifts LLC, sharing ideas, raising the collective vibration. You know what it is. We are still working on the intro, so bear with me. Let me know how that made you feel. I thought that was pretty cool. Let's get it. Today we have a really special video. Recently, I reached out to some of my friends on social media and asked them, what type of content would you actually like to see from my channel? What would you like me to teach you? I'm full of information. You are too. So let's share it. So this video was suggested by one of my friends. Thank you. I really appreciate it. How to reduce stress, stay calm, and reduce anxiety. I am all for reducing anxiety. Let's take it one further. Let's get rid of it. How does that sound? Sounds pretty cool. Okay, follow me. We are out here, it's fall, it is beautiful, the air is crispier than a McDonald's Sprite. I know you know what I'm talking about. Yes, sir. How do we reduce stress, anxiety, and stay calm? A lot of the answers to your most complicated problems are so simple and right in front of your face or within yourself. So bear with me if this sounds like I'm oversimplifying this, because I will actually dig deeper and we're gonna come to an understanding of what I'm actually trying to talk about. So bear with me. First thing you need to do to overcome anxiety, stress, or worry is to breathe. And you may be thinking, okay, thanks. How is this supposed to help me? I know how to breathe. I've been breathing my whole life. Mark, you got me fucked up, dude. Take a second. You may know how to breathe, but you may not have ever been taught how to breathe correctly. Yes, there are right and wrong ways to breathe. When you are stressed and you are panicking, or you are lost into ideas and concepts and worry and anxiety and all these negative energies that do not serve your highest purpose, watch your breathing. You're not going to be breathing deep. Have you ever been so panicked and so stressed out that you start to hyperventilate? Where you start breathing so quickly that your body is not actually getting the oxygen it needs? Me too. I know how that feels. It's not cool. So lame. Honestly, we're gonna get rid of that. So, you need to know how to breathe properly. One thing that's so cool about breathing and your lungs is the lungs are, I think, the only vital organ that you can control manually. Let me say that again. Your lungs are the only vital organ that you can control manually. Everything else is automated. Your lungs are automatic too, but you can control them manually. I think you understand how important this is. So when you aren't using your lungs the way they're supposed to, you can lose your mind. You can get lost in ideas. Air is idea. If you don't get enough air, good luck, dude. So how do you breathe properly? The way to breathe properly is to use your entire your lungs. Fill up both of them completely. And before I get into this, I need you to understand, you cannot inhale completely without exhaling completely. A lot of the times when we're breathing and we're in the beta brainwave state and we're just going about our day-to-day life, we're not breathing deeply because we're not even exhaling all of the air in our lungs. And this is going to cause problems because your breaths will become more shallow and you are not getting enough oxygen through your body. Your circulation isn't ideal. Your blood pressure is going up. I could go on. It's like a downward spiral. So pay attention to this. Pay attention to what you're doing in here. Take a deep breath with me. Through the nose. When you inhale through the nose, you engage your parasympathetic nervous system. When you breathe through the mouth, you're engaging the Synthetic or sympathetic nervous system. Honestly, I am not a really big biologist, so like you can read about those terms if you want. I'm familiar with them, but I'm not going to try to explain those to you right now because that's really not what the point of this video is. Breathe in through your nose, all the way through your diaphragm, and then into your chest. And this is going to feel uncomfortable for you if you aren't familiar with this type of breathing. This is like the whole purpose of meditation and pranayama. So now that you have a full set of lungs full of air, breathe it out completely, slowly through the mouth. This is where it gets uncomfortable because you need to empty your lungs completely. You may feel tension in your lower lungs because that's where the oldest air is and it's the most stagnant, and that's where the energy needs to be released. So consciously exhale that out so you can circulate new air. Taking a few deep and complete and rhythmic breaths will bring you back into the present moment, and you're gonna feel so good, and you'll start to think clearly, and you'll start rationalizing again. That is so important. This is all a whole nother video, so we'll get into this all later, but that is like the cornerstone of meditation and pranayama. That's like the most important thing, is like, because your breathing is an automated process which can be manual, a lot of our problems with breathing are solely mechanical, which means we can fix them ourselves with our own effort, energy, and intent. Wow. Dude, what? Isn't that crazy? Yeah, it is. Okay, now that you know how to breathe, take some time to meditate. I'm not gonna tell you to meditate every single day or make it a part of your habits or rituals or routines, but understand how to meditate. Coming into this video, I'm going to assume that you have some presuppositions about what meditation is, and chances are they're not correct. So I'm gonna make this video, and I'm gonna make a whole nother video eventually on how to meditate. But the gist of this is to sit down in a space where you won't be disturbed by outside influences, whether that's people, places, and things. Turn your phone on silent, put it on do not disturb, and then put it on airplane mode, then turn it off. There you go. All right, now that we're not going to be disturbed, sit your monkey ass down, and then straighten your spine. Mine isn't straight because I'm trying to bend over this tree that's holding my phone right now. All right, the sacrifices I do to send this information out is worth every bit of time and energy. But sit up straight. The reason you need to sit up straight is because when you breathe, energy flows throughout your spine. And if your spine is constricted and not straight, you're gonna have mechanical blockages through your energy channels, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? Sit up straight. And this might be uncomfortable because you might have bad posture. Fix it. Successful people have good posture because they have good energy flow through their channels. Yeah, dude, it's awesome. So, to make this a little bit shorter and more to the point, the whole point of meditation is to block out thoughts. If anybody tells you to meditate with something on your mind, they do not understand meditation. Meditation is not for thinking. That's the complete opposite of what meditation is. When you take some time to sit down in your own space and just focus on your breathing and breathe mechanically and correctly, you send energy to your internal bodies, and you are able to observe the emotions, the feelings, the thoughts, the ideas that you are carrying, and you get to a space where you don't identify with these things. No matter how attached you are to them in your day-to-day life, you detach for that moment when you are meditating. You realize you are not your emotions, you are not your thoughts, you are not your feelings, you aren't even your ideas. Let me say that again. You are not your feelings, you are not your thoughts, you are not your emotions, and you are not your ideas. Wow, dude. That's another whoa. Yeah, mind blown moment. You get what I'm saying. I think I said this in another video. The whole point of meditation is to get clairvoyance and to understand your own true state of being and to shut out everything else so you can actually connect with you. You'll come to realize a lot of your thoughts are not even your own thoughts. Every one of us on this planet is telepathic. There's a grid connecting us all. That's another video. We'll talk about that later. But thoughts, ideas get sent wirelessly throughout the collective. And just by you vibrating in a certain state of being, you pick up the thoughts and the ideas of other people in that same frequency. That bird agrees with me. It's real stuff, dude. And it's like, there's levels to this existence shit. And a lot of times in these videos, I try to break down things for you esoterically and then give you examples so you can understand how this relates into your physical life and your physical experience. You are a spiritual being having a human experience right now. After your human experience is over, you might have more human experience, but you are a spirit first and foremost. The person you are when you're dreaming or daydreaming or having an out-of-body experience, or the person you were before you were born in this body, or the person you are after you die, this is you. This isn't you. The physical body is just a creation of your spirit. So I just want you guys to understand that. Like, you probably do if you're on my vibration and you're watching the videos to begin with. That is something I cannot emphasize enough. And why are you so anxious? Let's talk about that. People who are stressed and anxious and worrying, plain short and simple, are lost into the mind. And this is maybe the most important part of the video. I need you all to understand your mind was not created to reconstruct the past or build the future. Your mind was not made to reconstruct the past or build the future. Don't get lost into what I'm saying. Just hear me out. This is the reason you have so many headaches. When you take your own present moment and go to the past and revisit things that you've already experienced and try to send different energies to it when things have already been done and said, you are pulling yourself out of the present moment, which is really the only time. So you're getting stuck in your past and you are resisting against yourself on things that literally cannot be changed because they already happened. So you have this friction going back and forth, and you might even bounce back the other way. It's like you're stressed and you're worrying about other things in the future. And I know some of you think as soon as I say you aren't supposed to build the future with your mind, be like, how do you set plans? How do you rationalize? It's like, yeah, you are supposed to set out plans and maybe make a structure for how to live your life, but don't get lost into it. Don't get so lost in your plans that you miss the present moment. It's okay to make plans and to follow them out. But if they distract you from the present moment, stop doing that shit, because that's really what's hurting you. And you go bounce back and forth on this spectrum where it's like X, Y, and Z happened in my past, and I needed to do this, and I'm stressed because if I had just done this, things would be better in the future, and I can't do this now because of what and you're just like, you're killing yourself spiritually, man. Stop doing that shit. Take a second to breathe, take a second to meditate, and connect with who you are right now. Talk to your spirit. Spend time with you. Figure your stuff out. You're gonna be okay. You just can't stop escaping the present moment. That's where your problems are coming from. You aren't using your mind right, and it's playing tricks on you, man. It's like you need to understand this so you can actually use your mind as a resource. Like, a lot of people's mind is their worst enemy, but it can also be your best friend as long as you understand how to use it properly. The world is not out here to get you. So let me tell you that. That is important. Stay in the present moment. That's what your mind is all for. So let's say You know how to breathe. You know how to meditate. You know how to use your mind. You are in the present moment. Awesome. Good for you. I'm happy for you. But you're still stressed. You are still worrying, and you are still anxious. So, what you need to realize at this point is if you are present and you are breathing and you know how to be in your own space and you're still feeling anxiety, worry, or stress or tension, this is a result of emotional attachment. And this means investing feelings and emotions and ideas to other people, places, and things and letting them pull you off your center. Concentration just means staying in your center. So if you can't concentrate because of the things around you, you need to learn how to detach from them emotionally. And this doesn't just mean detaching from anxiety and detaching from worry and detaching from stress. Detach from happiness, joy, love. Detach from everything. There may be things that feel good to you and don't stress you out and don't make you worry. But if you don't learn how to detach from them, you're going to be pulled off your spiritual center. You're not going to be able to concentrate, and you're going to lose yourself. You don't want to lose yourself. This life is meant for you to enjoy and for you to create and for you to experience. So what do you want? That's what's important. Don't listen to what other people want. Listen to yourself. If you feel like people are getting in the way of your dreams, stop listening to those people. Stop taking advice from people you don't want to be like. It's simple. We make it too complicated. So chill out, find your own space, and there's times when you can't physically be in your own space. You may have school, you may have work, you may have family, you may have something where you have to be around people. And even though you might not have physical space to yourself, this is where you need to understand the other bodies you have. You may spend so much time in your physical body, you forget that there's levels to this shit, man. And you got an emotional body, you got the mental body, you got bodies all the way out to the astral, up until the divine in your connection to whatever we consider our source. Some people call it God. Honestly, at this point, I love whatever I came from so much, I don't even want to limit it with words. But you get to this point where when you see that you can't have the physical space, you can still have emotional space. You can still have mental space. The people, places, and things around you, namely people, might try to pull you off your center and share ideas with you that make you anxious, make you nervous, stress you out. So you need to understand when those thoughts come to you, slap that shit out the way and be like, I can hear this, but I'm going to let it pass by. I'm not going to attach myself to it. I'm going to release it so I can stay in my own state of being and I can stay okay. And that's awesome. That's what you need to do. Same thing with the mental body. When people share ideas that don't resonate with you or aren't backed and supported by your own experience, let it fly by. Just be graceful. Don't feel the need to judge or attack this other person for what they're doing, because I like to think people do things because they care. Sometimes the people around you throw density and throw weight on your dreams because they don't want you to manifest them, and they're scared of your potential and your power, and it feels better for them to drag you down rather than push you towards what you want to be going towards. So a lot of times you need to just tune into you, man, and kind of let go of all the other bullshit. So let's say now we know how to breathe, we know how to meditate, and we know how to be in our own space. Your spirit is your space. This is the area you take up. It's more than just your physical body. It's around you. This is your field. This is all of this stuff. And it's like, if you're not in your own space, your spirit will remind you that you're not in your own space. You're going to experience trial and tribulation and frustration and minor things manifesting in your life to remind you, you are not in your own space. All that resistance that comes up into you, whether it's through your job, through other people, through your negative thoughts or whatever, is just you reminding yourself, this is not where I want to be. There's levels to it. Your spirit in the esoteric realm has manifested these things for you to experience, so you change your state of being, so you no longer experience these negative things that aren't in your best interest. I really hope that makes sense. I'm going to make more videos on this as we go. So, if you are in your own space and you are still feeling anxious, stressed, worried, or not calm, you need to take time to take care of yourself. And to simplify this, when I'm talking about yourself right now, I'm talking about your mind, your body, and your spirit. So, right off the jump, if you want to clear your mind, just go meditate. Block out those thoughts. If you can't focus enough to sit down and meditate, and the thoughts are too much, go take a walk. Go play some music. Go do something where you can clear your head. And make sure you can breathe while you're doing it so you can get air. And then, for your body, if you have tension in your body, you need to release it. And if you don't use the tools to help you release it, you might have a hard time doing this. So you might need to build more tools and more strategies to do this. You can exercise your body. That moves your muscles around, that moves your energy around. Yoga is my favorite way to do this. When you do yoga postures, you are moving your body in a way that it is naturally made to move. And some of the postures might feel uncomfortable because you haven't done them. But that process is making the uncomfortable comfortable. And you are stretching the muscles and you are sending energy into those spots that you haven't done since whenever, because you didn't do this postures. So do it, it'll help you. And that is like meditation in motion. It's for your body. You can take an Epsom salt bath. That is a really good way to release tension in your body. It's one of my favorite ways to do so. If we know that esoterically, salt absorbs negative vibrations and negative energy, and you scientifically are water, and water metaphysically is emotion and feeling and vibration, taking a salt bath with Epsom salt will pull out the negative water in your body. Isn't that crazy? Try it. If you're going to try it, I'd say maybe, I don't even measure. You can't overdo it with Epsom salt. So maybe take I love the number 3. So I do 3 heaping handfuls of salt. I put it in my bath. And then I get in the hot bath water and I consciously relax all of my tension. And it's really crazy because I can literally hear and feel tension going through my channels. And when you get into a lower frequency brainwave state and a higher level of consciousness, you can actually feel and experience the release of this tension in ways that you won't throughout your day-to-day beta brainwave state. It's crazy. So take care of your body as well as your mind, and then take care of your soul. And this is where things get tricky. Yeah. So when I say take care of your soul, short and simple, what I'm trying to tell you is do what is good for you. Do what's best for you. Watch these videos like this. Read a book about how you can grow and how you can expand into the things you want. Take some time to do something you enjoy. Go play music. Go engage in one of your hobbies. Go create something. I'm not going to tell y'all to go to church or go read a Bible or the Bhagavad Gita or whatever the fuck, because you are not a free spirit if you're indoctrinated. And this is where my mission kind of gets weird, because I've spent my whole life working on the programming I was given by religion. And just by people being indoctrinated, whenever I start to speak on these things, they throw judgments at me, and they use their indoctrination to project and damn me and judge me and tell me I'm going to go to hell when hell is just a place that you have created for yourself, and tell me that I'm an amazing cult leader, I'd be a great cult leader. It's like, no. If you watch any of my videos, you know that's not the fucking point, dude. The only reason I want to lead you guys is so you understand you can lead yourself. Don't give me your fucking power. I don't want that shit. Seriously. I have so much power. I don't need your power. I have my own influence. So, if you are resonating with my message and what I'm telling you and the advice I'm giving you, I need you to trust me when I say, I don't want to lead you in a bad direction. And we're not going to get too deep in this because it's Friday. I don't want you guys to miss out on all the beauty of today and the things that you enjoy. But I'm not going to tell you guys to go engage into a religion or go be indoctrinated, because you are not a free spirit if you do that. And yeah, we'll talk about that later, but take care of yourself. That is really all I'm trying to get at. Take care of yourself and you will release the stress. If you tune into the present moment, you will release the anxiety. If you use your mind correctly and you use your lungs correctly, you can flow energy throughout your body. And when you take the time to meditate and experience the state of clairvoyance, you will understand how much bullshit you have been allowing from other people, places, and things. Most of that shit is not even you. Let it go. Please. You'll feel so much better. So much better. You'll feel amazing, because you are amazing. You'll start to realize that. And then, when you clear off a lot of that stuff, you will come to a point where you'll come to this point where there may be some more resistance. And then it's like, because you are in your own space, you can identify and you can be real and you can level with yourself and start to work on yourself. Pretty cool, dude. Yeah. Your relationship with yourself is the most important relationship you will ever have. Point blank, period. I love you. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I really hope this helped you. I truly enjoy making these videos, so please subscribe if you haven't already. I'm making these videos for you. Please share this if this was helpful and you know it would help someone else. Enjoy your Friday. Namaste. Get the new MetaGifts shirts in the store. Support the movement. Get on the path to becoming your best self. That's what we're all here for. Let's expand and contract and gain some more wisdom. Share it. Vibrate higher. Let's get the collective off this bitch, dude. We're going to get out the matrix. You guys get what I'm saying. All right. Goodbye. I love you guys.